I want to come out like fully to appreciate God Almighty and everyone that stood by me, that fought for me when I
The volume seems low,
was
so
in prison.
I'll just
When I came out,
I'll
the
take
love I
confirmation.
saw, the support I saw from you people, I was never expecting it. For a commoner like me, you guys fought for me, you guys stood by me. I want to appreciate you all. I said that God Almighty will bless you. So on the 10th of August, on Sunday, I boarded a flight from Oyo to Lagos. So when we're inside the aircraft, the normal procedure happened. The lady Juliana was telling everybody from the front, like from the front seats, coming to the back because I was at the back. So she came to me. She said
Yeah.
she came to me. So when she was coming forward, so she came and I was struggling to like put my phone. I was putting my phone on flight mode. So she said no,
Oh,
that I
okay.
have to put it off. So I told her that one of my phones, because I was with two phones, one of my phones is for a fault. The phone is bad. The power button is bad precisely. So I showed her that the power button is bad. So she said I can put off my phone without the power button. I said okay.
Okay.
So she said I should go to my settings. So while she was like telling me go to your settings and all that, I went to my settings. So she said go to your general. So while trying to do that, the pressure from her, so the man that was sitting on my right now helped me and off one of the phone.
Okay.
Put one of the phone off while we are struggling on the other one that has the power button next to it. So she said I should go to the my general. I went to the general. I went to the settings and the general. So when I told her, okay, please, before then, I told her, please, can you assist me and spell general? She said she cannot touch my phone. She can never touch my phone. Children of nowadays. So I now turned to the guy that helped me to off one of my phone. I told him, please, can you assist me and spell general? So the guy now collected my phone and
Well, I don't get, like, to spell general. I mean, I don't know, but I'm not judging, but I don't understand. Like, someone has to, like, is it that she doesn't know how to spell general? Which, again, that's I don't know her story, I don't know her background, and I don't want to judge here, but this is our own story. But let's go.
showed me and spell like type general on this thing. So when I went to her, like, okay, this is the general, I am here now. So the phrase that she was even giving me was not even encouraging. I had to like plead with the same guy again on my right. So please, can you please, like, do you know how to, like, she said, do you know how to like help me and off it from here, please? He now said, okay, no problem. He helps me and off the phone eventually. So now off the phone, the two phones, put it where it's supposed to be on the aircraft. And I thought, okay, I have offed my phone. So when she wanted to leave, she said, you'll see. I didn't take that to her because I've already like eventually offed my phone, which I was having problem in offing it. So I eventually off the phone. So that was it. When we landed Lagos, everybody was going out of the aircraft. I was pressed. I went to pee. So going to the toilet, somebody was already inside the toilet.
Okay.
And I had to wait for the person to come out. So when the person eventually came out, I went inside and pee and eventually come out. I cannot stay inside the aircraft, inside the toilet, because it's so small and so uncomfortable to be in there. So I now rushed like pee and packed myself again and come outside. So coming outside, everybody already left. I had to rush, carry my stuffs and move to rush out of the aircraft. So going out of the aircraft, this lady Juliana stopped me. And I asked her, why did you stop me? Why are you stopping me from going out of the aircraft? Everybody has left, so I need to go out. She didn't say anything to me. She was just like staring at me with the same bad eye. And that was when I remember that this is the same person that, was instructing me to put on my phone. I eventually did. So she said, she didn't say anything. No, she didn't say anything. She was just staring at me there with the bad eye. So that was when I, on my phone, like put the phone, started recording. That was when she backed facing the front and backing me. So I was just like, please, madam, leave the road, let me pass. She didn't
she blocked that.
She ignored me.
Okay.
And after the video, I picked the phone. When I picked the phone, that was when she noticed I was videoing her. So she now pushed me inside the aircraft back, dragged my frontal. This is the frontal I wore that day. She dragged the frontal. Dragged the process of dragging my clothes, my gold from neck I was wearing. This is the gold I was wearing. She dragged it from my neck with the clothes. The process, like my phone, everything went down and broke.
Okay.
The phone broke. Cut. The phone broke. Everything, like even this one. See. So I was like, no, why did you do that? Why did you break my phone, like drag my frontal? The pain of removing my frontal, you know how frontal can be when you install a hair and then it's forcibly dragged out. It's so painful. So the pain of doing that to me, that was when I went to poke her. God knows that I can never go and poke an elderly woman, somebody that's old enough to be my mom. Poke her for what? Poke her. It was the pain she inflicted on me. The frontal pain. Dragging my gold.
Because
and everything on the floor. That was the anger. I was so angry. I could not even like hold it. That was why I was asking her, why did you do that on the video, the trending video they posted? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? I asked her, why did you do? Because you dragging my frontal wig, like dragging me, calling me a prostitute at the process. No, I was just had to ask her, why did you do that? Why did you do that? That was why I poked her on the video. Why did you do that? So while on that, the whole thing, like those guys came in from the
security,
came inside the aircraft and like started like surrounding me, and I was like, why? Now dragged me outside. That was when they dragging me from the. You saw how they dragged me from the video. That was when that was what happened. Like came inside, dragged me outside, and then at the process,
we're not gonna show that. Okay,
now, like,
we're not gonna show that. Yeah,
dragged my clothes, and the clothes, it was pin on me because it was pin. I thought that was my inner. It was pin on me. The pain of dragging it and its pain, it's wounded me inside. That the pain and everything, the frontal pain, this other pain, I was just trying to like help myself when they dragging me out of the, trying to cover myself. My body was out there, and then they were videoing at the process. My body was out. I was even looking for what to cover it. Some of them were like trying to like touch me, and I was trying to cover myself, defending myself. Like I was the only one there, and they were like surrounding me, trying to cover myself while they were trying to do video. All of them, they surrounded like videos, cameras everywhere. I was surprised because like I never expected that, like tearing my clothes and videoing everything, videoing me, my body outside, my naked body outside, plus the pain. No, it was so much for one person to pay. It was so much on me. I could not like hold myself again. I was just like very angry. Started like asking them, why would you do that to me? Why would you do this to me? And still like video me again and still put it out there. Like the trauma, like it's too much on me right now, because as I'm talking to you like now, I cannot like even go out again because my body is out there. People already know that this is the person. They know me. I cannot even like go out again. I'm ashamed to like go out because my body is out there. Some people have even used it to make sticker.
What?
So that was what happened inside the aircraft before the incident that I booked her. She already like inflicted pains on me, which I could not bear it. So right now, I don't know how I will just start from looking for work.
Actually, she has this for a drip, right? This is a drip injection on her hand. So I would assume that she went to the hospital.
For work interview. I'm into real estate. Imagine me going to sell a house or advertise a house or try to bring a client to buy a house now, and they are looking at my body. How do I even face them, knowing that my body is out there? How do I face the whole, like, everybody that saw that video, knowing that my body is out? How do I even like go for business? Imagine me going for business and somebody's looking all on my unborn kids coming to see that, or my
Okay.
A man that woman
Yeah. So going for business, real estate, and all of those, that even pales in comparison to our future kids. I mean, she needs to get that thing out of the internet, but then it's going to be very difficult because she can get it out of the internet, but she cannot get it out of individual, private ownership.
marry me saying that my reputation. No, Jesus. That is why the reason why I've not come out to say the part of the story is because I was still on treatment. I'm trying to round up my treatment, as you can say, like I'm trying to round up my treatment. That's why I could not come out to say the part of the story, what happened. So that was what happened inside that flight. It wasn't even like a big deal. I never expected that incident, offering of phone, which I was trying to, not like when she said I should off the phone, I was like telling her no. I told her why the phone was still on, that it was because of the power button. So I never know that it would come out like this, seeing my body outside. People are even making mockery of me, sending me Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. My body is out there. So I don't know how I'll go from here, and I really want to continue my life, my normal lifestyle. People that knows me knows that I am not really a social media person. So I don't know how to face the whole, like the people that saw my video, my family, people that saw the video, facing them, doing business with them. For me to do business and somebody's watching my body, it's so embarrassing. I don't even know how to come about with that. So this is the part of the story. This is all that happened inside the aircraft. So I'm happy I'm strong enough to be able to talk now. So please, this is what happened. I'm not a trouble person. I am not a nuisance. People that knows me in real life, they know the kind of person I am. So that was what happened inside the aircraft, which I never expected that it would be like escalate like this. Because not like I refused. This is not the first time I'm traveling. I never refused to off the phone. I only told her that my power button is bad and I needed her assistance to do that, which she refused, but the passenger that was sitting close to me assisted me eventually off the phone. So I thought that was it.
Wow.
So please, this was what happened, and I'm happy I've come up to tell you people what happened. But I'll round up my treatments, and I pray I should fully recover from everything and move forward and go back to my normal lifestyle. Please. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Okay, yeah. So that's it. I didn't want to comment while going through the video because I just felt I needed to. This is the first time I'm listening to the full 12 minutes video, trying to pour her heart out. I'm trying to let people know what she did go through. Now, there's been so many narratives and so many versions. Unfortunately, the first video that came out there, I think it was kind of managed, because what we first saw was her actually trying to poke the air hostess. But if what she said was true and there was no additional embellishment to that, this was a very, very bad PR and bad move by whoever was in charge of that flight. Okay. Yeah, you could always say, oh, the passengers at times could be irate, could be, could be uncautioned and all that. But again, also, the air hostess at times, if you've flown at times, you have different experience with different distinct air hostesses, to be honest with you. So from what she's saying, I can see, I can reason from my own perspective that at times some of these phones, if it's a phone that you've had issues with and you felt like, okay, you put it on airplane mode would have solved the whole issue, and now you're like, you have to switch it off. And then the question is, so why do we have airplane mode? Okay, because even if you're traveling outside of Nigeria or some of this advanced country, people use their phone. They give you Wi-Fi. While you're traveling, you have access to Wi-Fi. So how do you have a plane or a commercial carrier give you access to Wi-Fi without you having your phone on? So this is more like, I don't know. It's really crazy. You put it on airplane mode. If your phone is on airplane mode, you can still access Wi-Fi. You can still do your transaction. That means you can use WhatsApp. You can even call, because it's because you're calling using the what? The Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi works with your WhatsApp even when you switch off your mobile internet. So that's really crazy. I kind of get where she's coming from, and I kind of understand what she's trying to say. You understand? Now, the thing is this. If she had switched off her phone or refused to switch off her phone during the flight, that's one thing. To me, I believe that she was triggered. And there's an account from a passenger that says she was actually triggered. I would have loved for her not to have actually poked that woman. Just, I would have loved that. Who is this? So you now know how to spell general. I was like, oh. See, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. Is you knowing how to spell general or not is not the issue. The reason why you have air hostesses there is to help you when you have certain issues. Okay, that's why you have them. So yeah, for all I care, maybe she's being genuine. She doesn't know how to spell general. Yeah, they're there to help. No, this issue of I cannot touch your phone, I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. If they're there to make you comfortable and for your safety, then I believe that the IBOM here crew should have done better. Seriously, they should have done better.
At Desjardins Insurance,
they should have done better. And that's it. They should have done better. You know, please, I need someone to give me a summary of what she said. Too many gaps in the story, but I hope she finds justice. You're a real estate person, but you need help to spell general. You're not a social media person, but you're almost on cloud video and pictures are everywhere on your account TikTok. Yeah, they brought her account out. I'm not gonna go in there. I mean, she was scantily dressed, which it's a decision. I'm not judging her on that, but she says she's not a social media person. But I've seen a lot of videos of her, and even her pictures also. You only poke her after she tore your frontal. Meanwhile, what we saw in the video, you were slapping, pushing, and cussing her. Yeah, there was that part also. And I said, that was why I said it would have been better if she had not actually laid her hand on them. I believe she struggled. She struggled, and it turned to an all-out fight, which I believe those guys, those IBOM here guys and the security guys should have actually been more professional. You could have said, okay, fine, you're not going to go. Now, when that woman said you're not going to go, she was pushing her. Again, I didn't expect that woman to have actually stopped her from actually from disembarking from disembarking from the plane. Because what would have happened is you could still arrest her anywhere outside the airport. In fact, you don't even need to really arrest her if you have a very convincing stuff. Before she boarded, you would have gotten her ID card. You know her name. She has a seat number. You can easily get her. What would solve all this problem would be to get all the recordings of what really happened. Because everything that happened is being documented, and you have that in video. You have, because the airplane, by law, they should have all of the video of everything that happened on that flight. So, and I guess it was because of the way people were outraged. We already saw Batman K1 the Ultimate, a few days before that, and we saw how they gave him some preferential treatment. So that was what enraged this woman. But again, it's just crazy. Yeah, I guess now she knows how to spell general, but that's in as much as we don't blame you for everything that happened, you are not taking accountability for the role you played in the incidents. All I hear is what everyone did to you. So you want us to believe you never said anything provocative or did anything that could make other person react. She said she was poking, she was pushing. So she said that already, which I believe she shouldn't have done that. Number one, you're the only one there. You had like 5 or 6 other people. And I'm not going to blame you because she dressed properly. She was triggered. She was triggered. But again, at the end of the day, you're the one out there. It's your picture that is circulated out there. IBOM here should take responsibility. You should also take responsibility. You should have just wait. I know people are going to go after her on this general. But again, that is, she's into real estate. I bet wait till she say the woman called her again. Should have sued IBOM here and yeah, just sue. Again, she could sue, but the pictures that we saw, the videos that we saw where she did resist arrest. Number 2 is that there was a video where she was actually got physical. We've not seen the video of the hostess pushing her. But again, that hostess, I don't know, man. I thought it should be women supporting women, but I don't know. But again, that's what happened. That's what really happened. Yeah, she was being rude. That was what we heard. Post landing, she blocked the scene, pushed her, and then yeah, okay, yeah, that was what happened. Slow to judgment, 2 sides to a story. Both of them are at fault. That's what I've said. Both of them are at fault. Yeah, 2 sides to a story, be slow to judgment. A story matches the one the lawyer narrated on TV, as he's the one sitting close to her and helped her with her phone due to the power button. Let me see if I can get that as story. The lawyer. Yeah. Let me see if that will happen. Because I know. Okay, an eyewitness. If I'm here, I was on Now Infamous flight. Yeah, I sat here. Oh, this is story. I need the video. Oh.
Listen to your client. You're listening one way and it's not right. She's very rude. Then bring him back. Because what you are doing now is cheating to the guy. You don't even listen to the guy.
This is another one. So apparently there's been a lot of cases where IBOM here has not been nice to their guests. Do you understand? They have a good lawyer for the victim. Now, there was this lawyer that went online to speak. Yeah, some of the pictures are like, wow. And this is social media. I'm not a social media person, except that I have all this my stuff scantily dressed online. I don't buy that. I don't buy that story. Okay, I don't. But again, it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, so this is the lawyer, Nigerian lawyer who was on board. Speaks. Let me see if I can.
Your statement. You released your statement, and I wish I could get to part of that statement, maybe later. But you gave your own account of exactly what played out. If I summarize that statement, you were basically saying this lady was triggered. At no point did she refuse.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to speak for you. You were on that flight. So tell us, where were you seated? Your seat number? Where was she seated? And what exactly happened that things escalated to the point? Because what you're going to tell us now is what none of us is. So none of us is privy to what you're about to tell us now.
Okay.
We've only had a statement from the IBOM Air, and now a lawyer who was not in that plane but briefed by Comfort has spoken. But you are an eyewitness. So, Barrister, tell us what played out.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm a lawyer, but I'm appearing this morning. And I'd like to just stick to that. Now, I was sitting to her immediate left. So I was on the aisle seat to the left. She was on the aisle seat to the right. So my seat number was 14B. There was a gentleman to my left who was on 14A. So her own seat number should be either 14C or D. I think the window seat is 14D, while she was 14C on the aisle. So we're right next to each other, and it was a small plane.
Okay.
So I think the distance between us was no more than 2 feet. Yeah, so I heard everything. I saw all that transpired. And yes, she was triggered.
Wow.
Even though the lady, the air hostess, the second air hostess was speaking to her, was directing all her instructions to her, just me sitting down there, I actually felt humiliated myself, just looking at the way the lady was being spoken to. To be fair, IBOM Air instructed very clearly. The first air hostess that came instructed very clearly, no airplane mode, switch off your phone. After takeoff, then you can put on and put flight mode. So it was very clear.
Oh, okay.
The first air hostess addressed us on the emergency exit road protocols. After she did that, she spoke to Miss Emmanson and said, please switch off your phone. She told her twice, and then this first air hostess left to continue her duties. The second air hostess, who is the one blocking exactly who is being shown now, that second air hostess now came towards us in the emergency exit and stood, even from her posture, see that she came for trouble.
This is war.
You know, and Miss Emmanson had been fiddling with her phone. I noticed she was trying to do some stuff, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so she told her again, switch off your phone, switch off your phone. And Miss Emmanson said clearly to her, I heard it. She said, please, the buttons on my phone for switch off are not working.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
They are not working. So I don't know how to switch it off. And the woman said, no, switch off your phone. So that back and forth went on. So at a point, that's the second air hostess said, look, you're even using an iPhone. So you don't need a button to switch it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the lady said, okay, I don't know how to do it. Can you do it for me? And she said, I'm not touching your phone. I'm not touching your phone. Just switch it off. She said, I don't know what to do. So the lady now said, okay, go to settings. And when you go to settings, go to general. So the girl was holding and I said, see, please, I can't understand what you're saying. I can't read. I don't know what you're saying. You're saying where I should go to. The woman, the second air hostess now told her, I don't have time for your nonsense. Just switch it off. She said, I don't, okay. Mr. Martin now asked, can you spell the general? So the air hostess started actually saying G, okay, G, then E. So that was the point that the gentleman on my left and I said, come on, what's going on? You know, calm, don't speak to her like this. Let's, you know, the second air hostess did not even acknowledge her. She didn't even to my side to even see that someone was speaking.
Wow.
So at that point, I asked the gentleman to arrive. I said, please, can you just help this lady? You know, I don't use an iPhone. I've never used an iPhone, so I'm not too familiar with settings and all of that. So the gentleman to arrive now took the phone and started trying to sort it out. So when that was going on, Miss Emmanson started talking to the second air hostess. I said, why are you embarrassing her like this? Why? Why? You? And then the air hostess told her, you better keep quiet now. If you say another word, I will deal with you.
Wow.
That was when Miss Emmanson flared up and started cussing. I cannot say the things that she was actually saying because the language was very flowery.
Okay.
And X-rated, I can't say.
Yeah.
So that was when second air hostess said, okay, you see. And then she left.
Okay. So wait.
And went towards the front of the
So at that point, Emmanson coming out to claim that, well, she didn't do this, she was just not this, she only said, okay, no. So that means she was also accosting verbally that woman. I mean, it's kind of a fight, you know, it's more like it looks like a soap opera, right? Is that what they call it? Yeah, it just looks like it. So they had some fiery or testy exchange, which I guess made this other lady, Juliana, I believe, to report her. So it was both of them. Yeah. We also saw videos of her poking the other woman.
When she never came back. At least I don't recollect her coming back through the aisle throughout the flight. So that is exactly what transpired. So after that happened, the gentleman to the right switched off the phone or whatever it was he did. And a couple of passengers tried to say, switch off your phone, don't risk our lives, blah, blah, blah. And then we told them, no, that's not what happened. She never said she wasn't going to switch off her phone. She was trying to switch off her phone. She said she had issues switching it off. And so the passengers calmed down and we took off. So that is what happened. But it was clear, at least to us on the emergency exit row, it was clear that there was a problem here. She needed to be handled very well. Because this lady kept simmering throughout the flight. She was cursing. I could hear her because I was right next to her. She was really upset. She felt as if these people are just against me. And why? She said she bought this ticket with her own money. So why should they treat her like this?
She doesn't show that. She's not showing that that physical stuff. Like this video looks like, oh, I was just there sitting there. I said, okay, nothing else happened, and then they just came for me. So apparently, she's also to blame.
That's what she was saying, and that's what I'm hearing. And I can't tell you what the other thing she was saying because they were really nasty. But she wasn't directing to anyone, but she was just talking. So it was clear that she was angry. And the second air hostess, the aggressor, kept checking, kept peeping to see how things are going at our end throughout the flight. I noticed it. So the passenger by my side, as we're approaching landing, we're like, God help us, so let's get out of this plane before anything happened. And we were saying it in jest, but we also knew that something was off. We're so worried that I discussed with him. I said, okay, when they were telling us to stow away and put everything ready for landing, the lady didn't even hear any of that. I told her, I said, we're landing, switch off your phone, put it away. Then the second air hostess, the first air hostess, the very polite and amiable and professional one came, helped her to stow away, helped her take her purse, put it in the cabin on top. I was very professional. So all of that happened, and then the plane landed. Once the plane landed, the first air hostess, the professional one, came to the front and started disembarking by row. Just before it came to our turn, Ms. Emmanson left and went back. And I presume she went to the toilet. I used the toilet myself, right? And I noticed that the only apartment at the back is the toilet. There isn't even an apartment, cabin crew and all of that, like regular people. It's just the toilet. That's the only. So that's why I presume she went to the toilet. So when it got to our turn to disembark, those of us on our road disembarked and we went out and totally forgot about the part until the videos and all came. So that's what happened. This is what I heard. This is what I know happened. Issue of airplane mode. That didn't come up, at least I didn't.
So, Mr. Ogebe, first of all, if I heard you correctly, you said Ms. Emmanson said she couldn't read. She was even asking that general be spelled.
Oh, yes. That is what happened. So whether she meant that she couldn't see properly or she couldn't read as in wasn't literate, I don't know. But that's what she said. And the second L started spelling. Okay, G, okay, E. That's what happened.
Okay, but because in subsequent interactions, she didn't sound like somebody who wasn't educated. So I just wanted to put that out, for a clarity, if we can get clarity from that. But talk to us about, you're a lawyer. I don't know if aviation law is your specialty. But talk to us about the appropriateness of the handling of the situation, how it could have been done properly without it resulting in the altercation between Ms. Emmanson and the IBOM air staff. How should they have handled it if they were going to read her the implications of what had happened and how it could have been better managed, so to speak? Because other aspects to this conversation are to the effect that even in international flights, once phones are either switched off or put on flight mode during
Okay, so that's it. I thought it was gonna give the response, but again, like that's it. It's clear as day. Okay, it's clear as day, and that they were both in the wrong. I'm thinking right now that they should have. I think they should have been just more saner heads there to have prevailed. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. Again, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll see what happens from here. I think now they're making her to be more like a volunteer or something. Just give her like a what do they even call it again? Good behavior, maybe not ambassador now, but she would now be in charge of good behavior on here, whatever it is. And then the way FAAN handled it, I mean, they bundled out to Kiri. It's crazy. They could have just, released her, charge her to court, and then you don't need to take her to prison. Seriously, you don't. If you really think that there was an incident, you could have just charged her to court. Not even what you guys did with K1. He just released the video. And I saw how people are trying to defend K1. K1 that won't happen outside. No, there's no excuse for K1 to have behaved that way. And he also kind of acknowledged that, came with his apology. It's just that this country is just so funny. I mean, they gave him ambassador for air safety or something. And then this one too, ambassador for good behavior or whatever it is. But that's it. I don't know. It's just crazy. Okay, so that's that about that.